Hi, my name is Jason and this is my vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy.
Hello folks, it's Tuesday morning. It's I think it's about 11. How did my pit medical go, you may be asking yourself? Answer, it didn't. I turned up at about 11:15. My appointment was for 11 o'clock, only to be told that there was a 2-hour delay and I wouldn't get seen till at least 1 o'clock. No, I'd forgotten my ID actually, but they were fine with it because I had my bus pass and a bank card, so I was fine there. I thought they might have chucked me out because of that, but they didn't. Anyway, it's now been rescheduled. I've got to wait another 16 days. I've got to wait till the 30th because there's no way I can sit there for 2 hours, man. I can't sit still for longer than about 20 minutes. I can't do 2 hours in a building years. They wanted me wait. They said, you know, you can wait if you want, but it would be at least 1 o'clock. Well, that means it could be 2 o'clock. You know, I can't sit there for 3 hours. I've got CMT, man. I can't even keep my back straight or nothing like that. I had to get up and walk around. I was only there 10 minutes. So that was the start of my day. I'm now sitting in Costa having a well-deserved coffee. It's a beautiful day out there. It is really, really blue sky all the way. I'm not got a lot planned at all because I didn't think I'd be coming out of there till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it's basically just a mooch day. A little bit around town, a little bit of shopping, and then back home. Other than that, not a lot planned. I've nearly completed my Lego Batman 2 now. I'm on about 94%, so I've just got to get the last of me blocks and I'm done. And then I can maybe start me Harry Potter, I'm not sure. Just counting down now, to be honest with you, till we go to Stoke. We're really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be nice to see us friends. I spoke to my sister yesterday. The wedding plans are coming along nicely. But yeah, you know, it's one of them really. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I want to give a shout out actually to Sebastian, my latest subscriber. Welcome, mate. I hope you enjoyed the vlogs. They're varied and all sorts of weird and wonderful subjects. There's nothing brilliant on there like rock climbing or mountaineering or nothing like that. But you just get a look at my life basically and the things that I do on a daily basis and how I cope with living with CMT. So enjoy, and I'll do another video later. Bye for now. Hey up folks, it's Wednesday, it's all past 5 if I'm not mistaken, yeah. I haven't done a video for a couple of days. As you can see from the one that you've just seen, we did go down to Costa yesterday. Well, we didn't go Costa. I went out for my pit medical. Now, I don't know, anybody who's ever been on a pit medical will know that in order to get yourself psyched up, you have to get yourself ready mentally and physically for what's to come, which I did. I had notice, obviously, and we went down there. We set out at just after 10, and the appointment was for 11. We got there for 10:45. And I thought at first I might have messed it up myself because on the way down there I suddenly remembered I hadn't taken any proper ID. I'd only got my bank card and my bus pass with my picture on. But they accepted them, there was no problem there. But then they said to me, if you don't mind taking a seat, there's at least a 2-hour wait. And Deb said, well, you can't wait for 2 hours. You can't even sit still for 2 hours at home. So he's got no chance of being able to sit here in these chairs for 2 hours, and also he's got to eat at the proper times, etc, etc. Anyway, they asked us to have a sit down for a minute, so we sat down for about 5 or 10 minutes. I couldn't stay sitting for long at all. I had to stand up and try and hobble around a little bit. The only thing in this room literally are 16 chairs and a water cooler. That is it. There's no music playing, there's no leaflets to look through, there's no books, there's no nothing, and they wanted me sit there for at least 2 hours. Anyway, they called me back up to the screen and said that they were going to reschedule. And could I get there on the 29th of May at 9 in the morning? Well, we couldn't do that either, because we'd have to get up about 6:30, because I have to take my medication and have everything that I need to have before leaving the house. And it takes 40 to 45 minutes to get there. So this was a bit ridiculous. And we said, no, we can't do that either. She said, well, what sort of time? I said, well, this kind of time, about 11 o'clock. And she said, well, we can do it on the 30th. So now I will have my medical on the 30th of May at 11 o'clock. Now, this was bugging me yesterday because I was there and there was a couple in front of me and a couple behind me. And the problem I had, in fact, no, there was one just behind me and one came in a few minutes later. The problem I had was none of them were told there was a 2-hour delay. They were just told to take the seats. Now, I'm not sure whether this was a test to see if I'd turn around and say, yes, I'll sit and wait for 2 hours. Because obviously if they're monitoring you and they see that you can sit in these chairs for 2 hours, you obviously haven't got that much wrong with you. Because if you can sit in a chair for 2 hours, you can work in an office. I'm sorry, but you can. And I can't do that anyway. I cannot sit in any position, in any chair, for long before having to stand up and move. And moving causes me pain. So I'm in a sort of catch-22 situation. Anyway, a friend of mine, I won't mention his name because I don't want to, highlight him. He had to go for a medical this morning and he had to go for an ESA medical. And I asked him how it went. And he told me he had exactly the same thing. They asked him if he could wait for about 2 hours and then have his medical. And he said he couldn't either. So they've rescheduled his. Now what I'm wondering is these other people that were there, whether they'd already been rescheduled. And whether this was their second time. So they were already going to go in for their medical. Because there didn't seem any reason why I needed to wait 2 hours, because there was the woman at reception who was really helpful. She was really helpful, she was. I had a good laugh with her. There was a man sitting behind her who was on one of the computers. He got one of the walking crutch things, so I knew he was obviously employed there. There was another woman who came in and started talking to this receptionist. There was a man who came out of one of the consultant's doors who went and got a drink of water, then went back in, so he was obviously one of the examiners. And there was the lady who saw me last time I was there, who lied on the forms. So there was people there. So I can't work out why they didn't see me. Something's not right with that. Anyway, I've got my appointment now. I've got to wait for it to come through the post. But the thing that's annoying me is I had a text message off him about 5 days ago saying, remember your appointment is on Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Fair enough. Why didn't they send me a text message saying there is a delay, you will have to wait up to 2 hours for your appointment? Because if they sent a text message, it wouldn't have mattered where I was on my way to the thing or whatever. They'd sent me a text message before, so they knew I'd got a mobile phone. So I don't understand why they didn't send me a text message. So I'm a bit confused about that one. I want to know what people think about that, whether they've had a similar experience. Let me know below if you've been for one of these PIP medicals, ATOS things. And the other thing that annoyed me as well, I noticed while I was there, they had a screen that just gave you information on what they do while they're there. And it showed this picture of the assessment unit. And standing in front of the assessment unit was a woman, at the back of an outline, like obviously it's a cartoon drawing of a woman and a man with a stick. And the woman was supporting the man and the man was using a crutch. Now, what I didn't like about that was pointing out basically that if you're going for one of these assessments, you've got to have a physical disability. Now, I know that's not true, because I know a lot of people with mental anxiety issues and stress issues and depression issues, and they have got an absolutely fine balance. They've got nothing wrong with them. So I think it was a bit wrong to suggest that if you go for a PIP assessment, you've got to have a physical disability, because that didn't look right to me, that didn't. That looked a bit dodgy. Anyway, I've not been too good the last few days. I've been very, very bad with my spine. My spine has been really playing me up. I think it started when I had my haircut on Saturday. Now, yes, people might say, yeah, but you said you were in there 2 hours. Yes, I was, correct. And they allowed me to stand up when I needed to stand up. They allowed me to take a breather when I needed to take a breather, to use the bathroom. They bought me refreshments. They even helped me from the chair to the washing, to have my hair washed and back to the chair. They also helped me to make sure I got back to my chair at the end as well. These are people who are understanding. You know, RDS Hairdressing in Blackpool, they are really understanding. They know what I'm like. They know my balance. They know the problems I have. They know I'm on calipers permanently, so my balance isn't very good anyway. So they were really, really helpful. So yes, I was in there 2.5 hours, but I certainly was not sitting in one position for 2.5 hours. Trust me, nowhere near. Yeah, so I've not been good. My back's been really playing me up. It started on Saturday. It hasn't gone. Catching a bus yesterday to there for 40 minutes, because I was on the bus for 40 minutes. That is not good when you've got a bad back, and you can't stand up and move around on a public transport bus. It's impossible. So you have to sit still. Well, that aggravated my spine even more. By the time I got to the medical, I could hardly... My back was in absolute agony. I sat down for about 4 minutes and had to stand back up again because it was hurting me that much. And of course, then I had to catch a bus back into town. So at this point, I'd already done an hour's bus journey. And I can't do an hour's bus journey. I'm actually dreading a week on Friday, because a week on Friday, I'm going to have to soup myself up with painkillers because I've got a 4-hour coach journey to Stoke for my sister's wedding. And it's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pleasant at all. I don't know what I'm going to do, to be perfectly honest with you, because obviously you can't just stand up and walk around on a National Express coach. So I'm so glad we're getting there on the Friday, and I'll have all of Friday to recover. Because if we were getting there in the morning and the wedding was in the afternoon, I would be in no fit state, mate. No chance. I would be an absolute mess, I'm telling you. So, yeah, like I said, it's been a strange few days. Today I have done nothing, and I mean nothing. I've rested me back. I've just chilled. I've done some surveys. I've had some lunch. I've just basically enjoyed the fact that it's been a lovely day again, because we've had another 22-degree day. But I've done nothing, literally. I can't. I'm physically unable to do hardly anything at the moment. Because, like I said, most of the stuff that I do involves my back, obviously. You know, if you stand washing dishes, you're using your back. If you try and load a washing machine, you've got to bend down to do it, etc., etc. And, you know, these are things I don't do. But when you've got a bad back, it takes away from the fact, you know, that you want to do them. So, yeah, it's been a lazy day today. I didn't get up till about 9:30. I tried giving me back another hour extra in bed, but that didn't help at all. That's ended up hurting even worse. So it's basically just at the moment painkillers, painkillers, painkillers. And there's nothing else I can do about it. It's not good. It's not been good at all. I've not really been looking at the news or anything like that. Like I said, I've been too distracted with my own things this time. Normally I spend quite a bit of time reading the news and stuff, but I just haven't been able to focus on it. I tried to do about half an hour last night on my Lego game, but I gave up on that and went upstairs and literally just listened to music. Tried to lie flat in bed, tried to turn on my side, tried to turn on the other side, woke up about 6 times in the night. I just couldn't get settled at all. So it's not been a good day. Not been a good few days with my CMT. And I don't know whether it is my CMT that's causing me spinal problems. But when I went for CT scans the year before, they told me that they couldn't find anything. So I'm completely baffled. So I've got permanent pain in the base of my spine that isn't there apparently. So yeah, it's just bugging me. It's really bugging me now. But yeah, that's my video, to be honest with you. I've done a good 10 minutes to make up for the fact that I didn't do one for the last couple of days. And I've never gone 3 days without doing one before, so I'm obviously slacking a little bit. Like I say, I've got 45 subscribers now, so I'm quite chuffed about that. A new subscriber, Sebastian. I'll give him a shout out on my video just, but I'll mention him again. So that's up to, like I say, 45 subscribers. My next target now is 50. Who knows? Ooh. I'm awaiting on, again, my Z box for this month and my Geek box. And if I get them, obviously I'll do unboxings again. There's not much happening in town. Yesterday was 125 years of Blackpool Tower to the day. There might have been I think there was a lot of stuff going on inside the tower, but we were outside the tower and it was such a hot day. It really was hot. So that didn't help me with me thyroid either, my thyroid conditions. That tired me out. So when I got in last night, I was almost asleep. I really was tired. But yeah, that's my video for today. I think we're downtown again tomorrow because we've got to get some more stuff ready for when we go away. We can't keep putting it off. And I'll do another video soon. So you all take care. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like. Thank you very much. And if you like what you saw, you can subscribe by clicking there. And if you want to see what I did yesterday, you've just got to click up there. Bye for now.